At the ring should be group number 1 of senior showmen. There will be 3 classes of seniors. Following selection of those 3 classes, we'll have those come back and compete for the overall Senior Showman Award. Then we will move into the intermediate division. First call for group number 2, senior showman. First call, group number 2. If you're looking for a program, the actual printed ones are, I believe, it ran out. There is a QR code over on the board to the west side of the show ring. Go ahead and scan that QR code with your phone and it'll pull it up. Or you can go ahead and go to the App Store, get the Gage County app. That has all the schedule for each of the classes as well as the other activities that are going on at the fair. preparation for the second class. Those needing to check in yet would be Addison Tiemann, Carter Sims, and Gabriel Goes.
Well, as we get in the first heat here of our senior showman, I can tell you one thing, it's going to be very tough because we've got 8 excellent showmen out here that have done an awesome job, and so hats off to your county to have this kind of competition. And you know, one thing about showmanship is just because one fella doesn't put you in the top cut today might not mean that next week, just the way everything works, that you wouldn't be in that top cut. So kids, keep up all the work. I'll designate the 4 that I'm going to ask to come back. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you.
Congratulations to the top 4 selected to come back and compete for the overall senior division. Jordan Van Scoik, Carter Holtmeyer, Kelsey Schlickman, and Dustin Kapke. Also receiving ribbons in that class, Shelton Crawford, Ruby Goes, Braden Humphreys. At the ring now, group number 2 of senior showmen. First call for group number 3, senior showmen. First call, group number 3. Second call for group number 3, senior showman. Second call, group number 3. Final call for the third class of senior showmanship. Final call, group number 3.
Well, again, we have a number of good showmen. Not as big a heat as we had in the last heat, and the cattle didn't cooperate for our young showmen as well as we did in the last heat. So I'm not going to pick quite as many of you get to come back, and it's just simply because not that there's a quality young showman, but the cattle didn't want to cooperate, and that's a big part of showing them. So again, let's put our hands together, and I'll pick 3 out to be coming back.
Congratulations to the Purple Award winners out of group number 2, Addison Koenig, Rachel Beeler, and Carly Raines. Those 3 will come back after the group 3 class to compete for the overall senior showman. Receiving blues in group number 2, Addison Tiemann, Gabrielle Goes, Kellen Schlickman, and Mason Sedlacek. We'd like to thank our judge once again today, Kevin Jansen of Cortland, Kansas. His family consists of 3 children and his wife, and 3 grandkids have a Hereford ranch down there. So thanks, Kevin, for coming. Kevin mentioned in the first class that we have an extremely talented showman here in Gage County, and if there's any younger showmen that are out in the back in the barns, feel free to come up to the ring. Gage County, this senior group that we have, and I have a son that's last year 4-H, grew up with these kids. There's some elite showmen in this senior group. They now show at county, state fair, Exarban, bunch of national shows. Come up to the ring and watch what these kids do, because these kids really have a high bar. So congratulations to these seniors. Following this class, we will bring back the Purple Award winners from the other 2 classes to compete for the overall senior showman.
Another excellent heat, and I've already pulled out the 4 young ladies that kind of separated themselves, and quite simply, when you get in this kind of competition, it boils down to how good your calf responds to the halter. You might be the world's best showman, but if the calf won't stand still, it kind of provides a problem for you to do well in showmanship. Let's give them all a round of applause as we bring these 4 back.
Top 4 out of group number 3. These 4 will come back in the ring at this moment to compete for the overall senior showman. Congratulations to Brianna Spilker, Natalie Tronick, Elsie Warner, and Tatum Schroeder. Receiving blues in that class, Avery Krause, Evan Quackenbush, Seth Dean, Hayden Warner, and Savannah Mason.
This is we're going to be overall, right?
Entering the ring is going to be our top purple award winners from group number 1, Jordan Van Squake, Carter Holtmeyer, Kelsey Schlickman, and Dustin Kapke. Group number 2 representatives will be Addison Koenig, Rachel Beeler, Carly Raines, followed up by group number 3, Brianna Spilker, Natalie Tronick, Elsie Warner, and Tatum Schroeder. One of the most prized awards that Gage County gives, and it's a pretty coveted award, is for our champion senior and intermediate as well as junior divisions. They give away a belt buckle. If you haven't had a chance to see those yet, they are pretty impressive. It's a highly sought after award. At the senior division, there's a representative here, Jay and Terry Naveen. Feel free to come down to the front of the announcer stand and present the award. Following selection here of our top senior, we'll go into the first group of intermediate division showmen. These are going to be showmen ages 11 to 13.
I've said this many times, I'd much rather judge cows than judge kids showing cows. Let's give them a round of applause. A really, really excellent set of showmen. And I'd be the first to admit to you, there's kids that didn't get to come out here that are good enough. The cattle just didn't want to work for them today, and that's really how all this works. I can bet you as these kids leave the ring, they can tell you what happened and why they didn't do as well. I don't need to tell them. They know. They've been at it. You know, if you can corral the little ones to get over here to watch these seniors, it's a good idea to have senior showmanship first. Sometimes it's kind of hard to round up the young'uns to get them in here to watch, but how better can they learn than watch a good, gifted bunch of young folks show cattle? I've enjoyed it. It's been work. It's an enjoyable bunch of young kids to work, and they did an excellent job, and not just to use a guy to ask back. I'm going to pick your champion in reserve, and then we're going to have a couple that were just really, really close behind them to come out with them as well. So congratulate all these young folks. Excellent job. I'll pick your champion in reserve.
Congratulations to your champion, senior showman, Natalie Tronick of Weimar. Reserve was Kelsey Schlickman of Beatrice. Third overall was Elsie Warner of Wilbur. And your fourth winner, Carter Holtmeyer. Those four will come back to compete after selection of the junior showman to compete for the overall champion showman. At the ring should be group number 1, intermediate showman. These are 4-Hers age 11 to 13. First call for group number 2, intermediate showman. First call, group number 2. We will do 3 classes of intermediates, then they will come back. Top out of each of those classes will come back and compete for the top intermediate showman. Final call for group number 2, intermediate showman. Final call, group number 2. To complete check-in for group number 2, we need Caliber Brandt up to the ring. Caliber Brandt, please check in for your class that's just about ready to go in.
Well, again, as we start off this intermediate, I'm going to pull these 3 young folks over, and we're going to ask these 3 to go on out. But let's give them all a round of applause for working hard. I think you can see as we drop down an age group that these guys are building their way towards what we just saw in the seniors. And so hats off to all of them. Obviously, the 3 out here, especially the 2 young men, the cattle just work better for them today.
Congratulations to Purple Award winners, who these 3 will come back and compete for the Intermediate Division Champion following the next 2 classes. Purple Award winners out of this class: Cash Bergen, Brecken Niemeyer, and Sage Holtmeyer. Receiving blues: Reese Barnard, Easton Thompson, and Miley Gaddy. Entering the ring, this is group number 2, Intermediate Showman. First call for group number 3, Intermediate Showman. First call, group number 3. Final call for group number 3, intermediate showman. Final call, group number 3. Final exhibitors needed for group number 3, if you haven't checked in at the gate yet, is Grace Lovell and Zane Brandt. If you have not already, please check in at the gate for your class that'll be going in after this one.
Well, again, an excellent group of young showmen. Let's give them a round of applause and show them our appreciation. All of you did an excellent job. In fact, this young man with the white heifer, if she'd have cooperated just a bit better for him, he'd be over here too, an excellent showman. Again, a really good group to come out of this heat. It'll be very interesting when we get them back out here.
Congratulations to our top 4 that will come back and compete for the overall intermediate. Peyton Humphreys, Trevor Kapke, Luke Katz, and Kian Morris. Receiving blues out of group number 2, Zachary Schnelly, Logan Koenig, and Berkeley Beekman. Entering the ring now is our final group of intermediate showmen. This is group number 3. After selection of this class, we need the top Purple Award winners, all the Purple Award winners from group number 1 and group number 2 to come back up to compete for the overall intermediate showman. If you are not already, out of group number 1, please come up and check in at the ring. Cash Bergen, Brecken Niemeyer, Sage Holtmeyer. And out of group number 2, please check in at the ring. Peyton Humphreys, Trevor Kapke, Luke Katz, and Kian Morris. In regards to programs, there's a QR code, the west edge of the show ring on the board. Go ahead and scan that code and it'll pull up the show order for today. Also, you can download the Gage County app. That includes the schedule of events here at the county fair, as well as all the show's schedules and show orders. There's a couple corrections in the show order today. One thing that's not listed, after the champion Alumni Showmanship, there will be Peewee Showmanship. And on the next page after that, it says market steers. Actually, the market heifers will be before the market steers. The plan as of now is after Peewee Showmanship and before we begin the market steers, we will take a lunch break. At this point, kind of anticipating a 30-minute break just for those preparing in the barn. Once again, after Showmanship, and that would be Peewee Showmanship, anticipation of a 30-minute lunch break prior to starting the market steers.
Well, again, another awesome heat, awesome young folks. Let's put our hands together for these three I've asked to come back.
Congratulations to the Purple Award winners from this class, Caleb Schnelly, Natalie Dean, and Jacob Wallenberg. Receiving blues goes to Boston Crawford, Jaden Thompson, Monroe Thompson, and Grace Lovell. Entering the ring is going to be for overall intermediate division awards. Out of group number 1, need Cash Bergen, Brecken Niemeyer, and Sage Holtmeyer. Out of group number 2, we'll have Peyton Humphreys, Trevor Kapke, Luke Katz, and Kian Morris. Then our final group, group number 3, Caleb Schnelly, Natalie Dean, and Jacob Wallenberg. Once again, this is to compete for the overall intermediate showman. Champion intermediate showman will receive a belt buckle sponsored by Sapp Brothers Petroleum Inc. If there's anybody, any representatives from Sapp Brothers, we invite you to come in front of the announcer stand and give out that award to our champion. Following selection of the champion intermediate, we will go into 4 groups of junior showmen who would be 10 years of age and younger. Group number 1, start making your way to the ring. Group number 1, junior showmen.
Drop in front of the long guard center.
Second call for group number 1, junior showman. Second call, group number 1. Exhibitor needing to check in yet for group number 1. If present today is Gracia Brandt. Once again, if you're here, go ahead and bring your animal up to the ring. Group 1 will be going in shortly.
Well, again, folks, super competitive, and I think as you watch this intermediate group and watch them grow and develop, you'll see some excellent showmen. I think at this age, you can really notice that the kids that probably do it a little more than just at county fair, and it makes such a difference. But you watch some of the kids that just only get to do it at county fair. By the time they get in this older group that we just had out here, they'll be just as competitive. Let's give them a round of applause. They'll pick your champion and reserve, and then I'll pick 4 deep, I guess.
Results of the intermediate division. Congratulations to Luke Katz of Beatrice. He received the belt buckle that was sponsored by Sapp Brothers Petroleum, Inc. Receiving reserve is Natalie Dean of Douglas. Also coming back to compete for the overall showman will be Kian Morris of Wilbur and Trevor Kapke of Wilbur. In the ring now will be our first of 4 groups of junior showmen. Once again, these are showmen that are ages 10 and younger. First call for group number 2, junior showman. Final call for group number 2, junior showman. Final call, group number 2.
Testing. As we get into this young group in the first heat, again, let's give them all a round of applause. And these 4 that have come to the top just really worked, the cattle really worked well for them. And that's not to take a thing against the kids on the rail, it's just that the cattle didn't maybe want to work quite as well for them. But I think as you get in this age group, you'll see learning by doing in action. you watch the kids and you watch them watch each other, and they learn from each other, and it's just amazing how even through the course of a day how much they'll adjust. Again, let's give them a round of applause as they're leaving the ring.
For group number 2, which is just about ready to come in the ring, we still need Charity Schnelly, Landon Cook, and Elise Derrickson. Once again, Charity Schnelly, Landon Cook, and Elise Derrickson. Please report to the ring as your class is about to go in. Results of group number 1, Junior Showman. And these 4 will come back and compete for the overall Junior Showman in 3 more classes. Caden Allington, Miles Esau, Chase Larson, and Dalton Dorn. Receiving blues in that class, Claire Schnelly, Baylor Barnard, Bentley Myers, and Boone Kessler. First call for group number 3, Junior Showman. First call, group number 3. the third class of intermediate. If you haven't checked in yet, please make your way to the ring as your class will be about ready to go in. Strider Brandt and Chloe Oldmans. Once again, Strider Brandt and Chloe Oldmans. Please check in for your class for group number 3.
In this particular heat, we're going to bring these 3 youngsters over here, and we're going to give you guys a blue ribbon on the rail. Really excellent. And what's really fun is watching some of these young folks, just like this young man down here on the end. I couldn't hardly get him to look at me a little bit ago, and he's come out and he's improved. He's got better. Let's give them all a round of applause as we come out and we come around here.
Out of group number 2, top 3 purple award winners will come back and compete for the overall junior showman in 2 classes. Dayton Pullman, Dayton Dorn, and Elise Derrickson. Receiving blues in the class, Hallie Goes, Charity Schnelly, Landon Cook, Gage Argo, Austin Costal, and Kason Kotis. Entering the ring will be group number 3 junior showman. This will be group number 3. First call for group number 4 junior showman. Second call for group number 4, junior showman. Second call, group number 4. Final call for group number 4, Junior Showman. Final call, group number 4.
Testing. As we get in this third heat, let's give all these young folks another round of applause. Excellent, excellent. And you know, a lot of these calves we saw 2 hours ago, and I'm sure they're not as tired probably as the young'uns showing them, but again, excellent job, very good.
Not already checked in. We were needing Jude Beavers for group number 4. Been told that there's a loose calf over by the horse arena. It is black with a white face. Might be a stocker feeder or a bucket calf type of animal. You might want to just double check your stalls to see if your animal's there or not. If not, it is over by the horse arena. We asked for a license plate number, but they weren't able to catch that. Black and white will knock it down to about 50% of the cattle here, so we tried. In the ring now will be group number 4, Intermediate Showman. Following this class, we will have the selection of the overall Junior Showman. Results of group number 3, your top purple award winners: Kyler Kotis, Lane Schnelly, Augie Wallenberg, and Emily Penner. Receiving blues in the class: Shelby Kapke, Jonah Lovell, and Natasha Mullins. Once again, if you're in need of a program, over to the west side of the show ring on the show board over there, there is a QR code that you can scan with your phone. That'll pull up the show order for today's show, or you can download the Gage County Fair app out of your app store. That will have all the schedules of everything going on here at the fair, as well as have all the show schedules for the shows here at the fair. Once again, the Peewee Showmanship will follow the Alumni Showmanship. That will be after the selection of the overall Showman Awards. We'll have champion Junior Showman, going to the overall where the senior, intermediate, and juniors come back to compete. Then we'll have a quick Alumni Showmanship followed by Peewee Showmanship. In doing Peewee Showmanship, it's just anybody that is under the age of 4-H age, just as long as you have an adult with you or an older 4-H'er. We do need to have somebody on the halter with the child, go ahead and find an animal. We'll get you lined up at the ring and come through. We'll need our Purple Award winners from the first 3 junior classes to make your way to the ring to check in. Caden Allington, Miles Esau, Chase Larson, Dalton Dorn. Group number 2 would be Dayton Pullman, Dayton Dorn, and Elise Derrickson. Out of that last class, Kyler Cotis, Lane Schnelly, Augie Wallenberg, and Emily Penner. Please make your way to the ring. It's following this group number 4 selection. We will go for overall junior showman.
Well, another awesome group. In this particular group, it was either pick 3 or 4 more or leave these 2 off to the side. And I think in fairness to the kids that are on the rail, we're just going to use these 2 and we'll keep the rest here. Excellent showman. Let's give them a round of applause and we'll bring back those heat.
Top 2 Purple Award winners from group number 4 that'll come back and compete in this next class for overall junior showman. Congratulations to Landry Krause and Lainey Tronick. Receiving blues in the class, Carson Schnelly, Trevor Spoker, Preston Costal, Brendan Tim, Devin Anderson, Weston Litwer, and Jude Beavers. Entering the ring, these will be the exhibitors that are competing for the champion junior division. Out of group number 1, we have Caden Allington, Miles Esau, Chase Larson, and Dalton Dorn. Group number 2, Dayton Pullman and Dayton Dorn. Elise Derrickson. Group 3, Kyler Kotis, Lane Schnelly, and Augie Wallenberg, as well as Emily Penner. And from the last class, Landry Kraus and Lainey Tronick. The juniors are competing once again for one of those Gage County belt buckles. Junior division is sponsored by Cracky Real Estate. Don or Jane are present and would like to come present that to the winner. Please come up in front of the announcer stand. Following selection of the top junior, we will need to have the top 4 senior showmen come back. Natalie Tronick, Kelsey Schlickman, Elsie Warner, Carter Holtmeyer. Your intermediates will be Luke Katz, Natalie Dean, Kian Morris, and Trevor Kapke. Please make your way to the ring.
The one thing that I like to do when I'm working with these young ones is watch them grow as you go through the morning and the early afternoon and just see if they're really buying in. And I'm going to tell you, I have a wonderful bunch of young folks. Let's give them all a round of applause around here. You know, it is fun, and you can see their attitude and their personalities coming out in them as they're getting this age, and it's fun. Some, you know, are intent, some are just as chilled as the day is long, and one of the things I like to do is just let them come out of their shell just a little bit and talk to them a little bit. And I wished we had more time. I would have talked to each one of them like we did in the bucket calves, but honestly, we'd probably be here till midnight and you'd be tired of listening to me. But one thing I like to do, though, is have some eye contact with each and every one of them. Make them feel a little at ease. You know, I can remember when I was this age and first time I walked in the ring, I was a little bit nervous. And I could bet you if the judge kind of makes you feel at home a little bit, you're going to kind of feel a little more at ease. And I think as this group come back, and as well as the ones that went out on the rail, super, super young set. And I think as you watch them and they get lucky and have a better calf to work with, you'll watch some of those kids be right in the heat. And that could be next year. That's just how close they are. And especially in the seniors, as we watch those kids come in, you can see that advancement. And I think your hats off to all of you and good luck. I'll pick your champion in reserve, and then we'll go 4 deep. Let's give them another round of applause.
Congratulations, your top junior showman receiving the belt buckle, sponsored by Cracky Real Estate. This is Landy Tranick of Wymore. Your reserve is Landy Kraus of Burr. Third place is Miles Esau of Beatrice and Caden Allington of Wymore. These 4 juniors will stay in the ring and compete against the seniors and the intermediates for the overall showmanship. Following selection of the overall showman, we will have Alumni Showmanship. So if you're anybody over 4-H age that would like to show, find an animal and come on in for that. Following the Alumni Showmanship, we will have Peewee Showmanship. That's for any individual that's under the age of 4-H age. Just make sure that you have another adult or at least an older 4-H person to go in with the animal. Go ahead and find an animal and ask, and they'll walk in with you. I think they had a pretty cool prize to give to all of our Peewees that are here today. Following that, we will then have our lunch break before we would go into the market Heifers. It's a pretty coveted award here at the Gage County Fair as well. The top showman. We have excellent showmen in the ring. Once again, if you're in the barn and want to see how to do it, come up to the ring now, because this is where you're going to learn what you need to do and how you can improve, some tips and tricks, and watch this group work. From our seniors, we'd like to congratulate Natalie Tronick, Kelsey Schlickman, Elsie Warner, and Carter Holtmeyer. Your intermediates: Luke Katz, Natalie Dean, Kean Morris, and Trevor Kapke. And from the juniors, Laney Tronick, Landy Kraus, Miles Esau, and Caden Allington. We'd like to thank Security First Bank, who is the sponsor of this Showmanship Award. They've done that for well over 50 years, so a long-time commitment. Thank you for the representative from Security First Bank here today. We also will give out medals for the next 3 runner-ups. If you are over 4-H age and would like to show in the Alumni Showmanship, please make your way to the ring right now, where we can see how many we have. Please do that right away, and then following that, we will have Peewee Showmanship. Following Peewee Showmanship, we will have a 30-minute break for lunch before going into the market Heifers. So 30-minute lunch after selection of the Peewee Showmanship.
Well, you have to understand when it gets to this point, it's just personal preference. You got to remember back how the cattle worked for the young folks first heat in, not necessarily just in this particular drive. And I think you can make a case for any one of the, I could use all 4 of the age groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I wouldn't, I think you could make a case for them. That's how good some of these young folks are. But I think in this particular group, the competition is going to lead, especially their champion reserve, to the older ones. So, young lady, you're going to be champion, and young lady, you're going to be reserve champion. And to be quite honest with you, they didn't do it now. They did it when they come in the ring. When they come in the ring the first time, I pretty well knew it was going to take an awful good one to beat either one of them. So hats off to both of you. I'm going to kind of look through them just a little bit more and pick your 3rd and 4th.
Congratulations to Natalie Tronick of Wymore. She was the winner of the award presented by Security First Bank. Also, congratulations to the reserve showman, Kelsey Schlickman of Beatrice. Third medal award winner is Elsie Warner of Wilbur. And our fourth overall is Luke Katz of Beatrice. Congratulations to all our showmen. Let's give them a big round of applause. We have any alumni showmen that want to come up to the ring? Please be at the ring now. If not, we will move to the Peewee Showmanship. Those can start lining up as well.
Last call for alumni. I think we're ready to move into the Peewee Showmanship. On behalf of the Gage County Ag Society, we're very pleased to look to the future of 4-H and FFA as we do the Peewee Showmanship events, non-competitive, as we do the events in the each of the livestock shows. And so we're really, really pleased to present this. We are ready for the first round. We have a bag with the ribbon and your awards at the exit gate there, provided by Farm Credit Services of America, and we thank them for their continued support. So I think we're ready. Please give yourselves some space. Make sure you have an older 4-H person or adult with you. We'll take about 10 or 11 of you or whatever, and then we'll go with the second ring. Okay, we got a couple of alumni, and then we'll move into the Peewee.
Well, let's give both these ladies a round of applause. I'd have to tell you, though, if I had to get to pick one cow to show for adult showmanship, it'd be that cow. She just works so handily, and you have to work for it. So it's easy for the judge to pick, but let's give them again a round of applause.
All right, congrats, ladies. Now, we are ready. Peewee Showmanship, please enter the arena. Give yourself some space, please. The man with the hat. In the middle of the arena is the judge. So if you can, look at him once in a while. Okay, why don't you close the gate, please? Let's go with this group, and then we'll enter with the next group. I think this is a good amount for safety and for fun.
Well, it won't be long, and they'll all be back in here tying for ribbon. Let's give them a round of applause as they walk out.
Just as the judge said, getting these kids their first experience in the ring and then getting you back in here is the goal of Peewee Showmanship. So thank you all very much for coming. Again, thanks to Farm Credit Services of America for providing your awards. And we'll get these kids out of here, and then we'll open the gate for the next group. Good job, everybody. Thanks for coming to the Gage County Fair. We hope you had a really, really, really good time out here in the ring. Okay, group number 2, Peewee Showmanship.
Test. After Peewee, we will break for lunch before we go into the market heifers and the market steers. We'll see what time we'll get done with the Peewee Showmanship and get an official start time to you guys as soon as possible.
Well, I'm slowly getting this mic figured out, but let's give these young people a round of applause too. Hats off to them.
Again, congratulations, all exhibitors. Nice job, and we hope, as he said with the first group, that you all show up at 4-H Age and you're back in the arena with maybe not market beef, but any of the animals, all of the animals, whatever you choose to show in 4-H and FFA as you get a little older. Okay, I think we have one more group. We're getting a nice group in here. Maybe we'll take a few of you in the center of the arena there, so you're not quite so close together. Just like follow Mr. Harden in the cowboy hat there. Yeah, let's just make a line in the middle, and then we'll get you all in here, and we'll make it all really safe and fun for everybody. There we go. We just want to make sure we have space for everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 43 kids you've had in the arena for Peewee Showmanship. That is amazing, and I think we'd like to congratulate all of you. If you don't think these smiles are priceless, you need to just really take a look, because these kids are great. They're our future, and this is why the Ag Society loves Peewee Showmanship.
For our 4-H and FFA exhibitors, we will take a lunch break after this class of Peewee Showmanship. Let's just go ahead and make it an even. Let's start at 1 o'clock. We had talked about a 30-minute lunch break. Let's just make it an even 1 o'clock. We will start with the first class of Market Heifers. Once again, 1 o'clock p.m.
Again, congratulations to all of you exhibitors, parents, grandparents, everybody at home who's helping these kids, your 4-H kids and FFA kids. You can tell they're watching and learning as they watch their older brothers and sisters. So we thank you again. The Ag Society is very pleased to present this contest or fun event for you. And we thank Farm Credit Services of America for your bag, which includes ribbon and a lot of just little goodies for the kids. So we'll see you after lunch.
Once again, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a lunch break here. We'll plan on having everybody here at the ring to come in at 1 o'clock p.m. So it's about 40 minutes from now. If you have the we have 2 classes of Market Heifers. Both would need to be up at the ring because the first class only has 1 in it. Be at the ring at 1 o'clock. Thanks.